Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Letterkenny Season 10. And this is definitely a shortened season of Letterkenny. There's only 6 episodes this time around. And just thinking in this grand scheme of this is the 10th season of the show and it keeps going. It was a while since the last season came out, and this season delivered a lot of fun, and kind of went. This definitely wasn't one of my favorite seasons. It definitely fell into, there's a couple seasons towards the middle that felt like, okay, I had some fun with this, but it was just a couple of fun episodes, and I kind of got that feeling with this season too. Keeso, obviously, Wayne is still great. And, of course, you have Derry and Squirrely Dan and Katie and everybody in town doing their thing. And I felt like this season didn't progress a whole lot of the characters at all. It felt like some interesting choices of, you have the first episode, which is an interesting continuation of what happened the last season, and it felt like there was going to be a big payoff kind of thing, and it was fun. It was a nonlinear storytelling use of an episode. It was also an 18-minute episode, and it felt like it really resolved things very quickly, and it's just oh, there's potential for a lot of drama based off of that kind of cliffhanger that the last season had, and it kind of just oh no, we just had some fun. People got beat up. And, not gonna lie, watching a fisticuffs getting thrown in Letterkenny is a lot of fun. But it didn't feel like it built off of that last season in a really big, meaningful way, which is fine, but it was a fun episode. One of the episodes that really got me this season was the dealership episode, where you have Wayne's ex-French-Canadian girlfriend asking if he can help out get her a truck so she doesn't get hosed at the dealership by the English-speaking Canadian dealership. And he brings McMurray, and McMurray gets a lot of fun moments in this season 2 and this specific episode. And it really hit close to me, having been in a dealership recently. And that's a lot of fun going on. And they had a whole episode around the dicks again, and no matter how fun and ridiculous the wordplay is, it is just a lot of low-hanging fruit with that episode. And it was fun, but it was one of those more forgettable episodes. I did really appreciate how this season took on social media a lot in the last 2 episodes with basically their their version of TikTok. And whether it was Riley and Jonesy showing off their butt and bouncing their butt cheeks to different music as videos versus, all the skids doing their dancing and break dancing, and, they were doing drugs and got banned off of it, and trying to figure out different ways to, get attention. But in general, I feel like some of these characters, they felt like they were moving on. Shorzy kind of felt like maybe we're not going to see him anymore. But he had some fun moments in this season and actually came face-to-face with Wayne, which was very interesting. And, Riley and Jonesy maybe could be moving on to bigger, more important and significant things to them. And, this season brought back some fun characters like Jacob Tierney, who's a big part creatively of the show, came back as Glenn in a prostate episode, which that also was some low-hanging fruit with oh my god, all the men in town are afraid to get prostate exams. And, of course, Glenn wants to give a hand, and it's just oh my god. And so, the Dicks episode and the prostate episode were they're fine, but there's also some really good episodes, some silly, fun, running gags. The last episode, people are so drunk that they're getting people's names wrong, or, Wayne is sent mail with the wrong first name, Dwayne, and then everybody gets a fake first name in that episode. It's silly, but it's really committed, and they have a lot of fun with it. They call the McMurrays the McMurphys, and everybody's confused, and they're just having fun with it. Real MVP, though, is Tanis. Tanis is always great, and Tanis found a new boo. She always has some great moments with Wayne, and they have some awesome back and forth. I did feel like Wayne, like, has this relationship, and they didn't really do much with it this season, except for, like, maybe there's an episode where they're texting back and forth while Wayne's with his ex-girlfriend at this dealership. But besides that, the past couple of seasons, I felt really invested because I felt invested in Wayne's relationships and his love life. And I felt like this season kind of just like, let's not really think about that much. And I felt less connected to this season. And a lot of the characters didn't have a whole lot of growth in this season. And some of the, like, you know, like Squirrely Dan and Derry, like, they're there, they're doing their thing, they're having some fun back and forth and stuff like that. It just felt like a fun season, but not a super memorable season. A Letterkenny, there's definitely better ones, but I still enjoyed this quite a bit. But those are my thoughts on the 10th season of Letterkenny. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.